The boy took a white handkerchief out of his chest and tied it around his hand. Then, the moment he placed it on the young man's chest, a strange miracle happened. A large gold coin appeared in his hand, and before anyone could understand what was happening, gold coins began pouring out of the boy's chest like a stream of milk. Actually, in a certain village, there lived a nomadic boy named Aluna, but everyone in the village called him Lipat Liput because he looked just like his grandfather, even though his father was indeed his real father. Anyway, he spent all day with his grandfather. The two of them would often sit by the fire, talk, behave inappropriately, and play the harmonium together. But one day, his grandfather said to him, "Aluna, everything I've taught you so far can help you earn your livelihood, but you must use it wisely. I will give you two things to play with. One is my harmonium, and the second gift you will receive when you become a man." After saying that, he walked off toward the forest and never returned. Time passed, and Aluna grew into a handsome young man, but somehow he still had not become a man. One day, he was sitting by the same fire, lost in thought, when suddenly a stunningly beautiful girl appeared from within the flames and smiled softly at him. She said, "Stop thinking so much. The time for you to become a man has finally come." The young man replied, "I know who you are. You are Ronica. My grandfather told me that my future and the tool that would shape it would be in your hands." The moment he became a man, Aluna jumped and danced all the way home because he wanted to pour the storm of emotions inside him into music. But when he got there, his harmonium was gone. Panicking, he cried out, "Mother, where is my harmonium?" His mother replied, "Son, your father sold it this morning and drank away the money." Hearing this, Aluna's face fell like a potato. Heartbroken, he returned to the same fire and cried himself to sleep beside it. But as soon as the first rays of morning sunlight touched the dying flames, a blazing red snake suddenly emerged from the ashes and went straight into Aluna's chest. His heart began pounding violently in fear. Terrified, he ran home and screamed, "Mother, oh mother, a snake has entered my chest. Please take it out or I'll die." But his mother coldly said, "If you want to die, then die outside, not inside this house." Poor Aluna then begged his father and sister for help too, but they all drove him away. Finally, while running desperately, he reached Ranika and told her everything. Although even Ranika trembled at the mention of the snake, she gathered her courage. She wrapped a cloth around her hand and placed it on Aluna's chest. Instantly, instead of the snake, a gold coin appeared in her hand. Then, before their eyes, coins began raining out of his chest with a loud clattering sound. But just then, hearing the noise of the falling coins, Aluna's mother, father, and sister came rushing there. Their faces wore fake smiles, and their voices suddenly turned sweet. They started begging him for a little bit of money. Aluna looked at them and said, "Time passes unnoticed when you're with your loved ones, but with time, you come to know who your loved ones really are." Then he scolded them and drove them away. By day, Aluna rubbed his fingers across the harmonium, and by night, he spent his time with Ranika.